Good afternoon, everybody from Perth Grammar School. It's really good to be able to send you this message today with regard to step up with enterprise. You hopefully S1, you remember that I was with you just last Friday, and I wanted to send you this little voice message, just this little video, just to say a few wee things about the programme. I guess the first thing I should say to you is a really big thank you for your participation, S1. You know, we had 14 groups of 8 or 9 young people in a group, and we were in the hall, and the hall was pretty jammed. And you might remember we had the supply store, we had the meet the buyer area, we had the bank. So the hall was pretty busy, and there was lots of you guys, and there was senior pupils as well, and it was a busy day, wasn't it? And at points it was quite a noisy day because you were busy and you were making and you were buying and you were selling, and there was a really great buzz in the room. But I guess I must say to you, thank you, because anytime, do you remember this? Anytime I wanted you to listen and I did my little clappy thing, you were magnificently respectful in your listening to me. It was loud, it was noisy, it was busy, but anytime I clapped my hands, you were always there, S1, listening really, really well. And another thing I thought that you did really well was your teamwork. I was looking around the room, and in some schools I go to, you can get little squabbles between different people in the group, and sometimes you can get worse and a little bit of a fallout. But I don't think we had too much disagreement within your groups. Now, I know we had wee pockets of certain stuff, but in the whole, you guys were magnificent working in a team. And of course, as you move your way through school and you move your way through life, being able to work in a team, being able to listen, work in a team, being able to cooperate with others and be able to work well with other people is a skill that's a really, really, really important skill. Now, you also learned all about the world of work and different jobs, and we had the managing director. Do you remember? Maybe that was you. Maybe you were the managing director and you were the leader of your business. Or maybe you were the chatty salesperson. Or maybe you were the finance manager looking after the money. Or maybe you were the person who, you remember the honesty test that we did? And maybe, in your group, I remember we had a couple of groups that had been given extra money. And that was interesting, wasn't it? I think both teams passed the honesty test, which is really good. Because you know that in life, honesty is always the best thing, isn't it? But I really enjoyed coming to Perth Grammar. I always enjoy coming to Perth Grammar. And you guys certainly made it brilliant for me as a visitor to experience the school. So thank you for that. Yeah. And I do hope that you obviously enjoyed the day too and learned a lot. But I guess if we were thinking about now as to the events finished and we got on with S1 and stuff like that, what would I say to you that you should do now based on the workshop? And I guess there's a few things. Probably the first thing I would ask you to do is I'd ask you to remember the element of having a can-do attitude. Remember we spoke and I asked you to ask your senior pupil, what does it mean to have a can-do attitude? It means a can-do attitude is the kind of person that gives it a go. Now, I know we had a few wee people, didn't we, that didn't quite give it a go. The kind of people that sit back. Well, I would urge you not to be the kind of person that sits back and lets other people do it. I would urge you to be the kind of person that does lots. A can-do attitude means that you're involved, you're busy, and you've got the attitude that says, I'll do it. You're the kind of person that when the teacher asks you to do some homework, you say, I'll do double. You're the kind of person that when somebody says, we're looking for people to volunteer, I'll do it. Having a can-do attitude means that you push yourself forward. And I'd urge you in S1 to take this year and all the years ahead of you to develop those skills and to go for it. The next thing I would suggest to you And it might be the last thing, I'm pretty sure there's a lot I can suggest. But the next thing I would say is with regard to work. You know, the big thing I've learned about work is that if you're the kind of person that doesn't put a lot in, you tend to be the kind of person that doesn't get a lot out. You know, the kind of person that's happy to sit and watch and not participate. Don't be that kind of person. Be the kind of person that's the hardest worker in the school. Can you imagine if that was you? You imagine that when you came into class in the morning, you were like so motivated to learn. If that is you, I guarantee you that a successful future will be yours. Yeah? So 2 little things I would say. Develop your can-do attitude. Become a hard worker. And remember the respect that you showed me and show other people that as you move your way through Perth Grammar. I do hope, S1, that I get to see you again in the future. Maybe I'll come along to the school awards next year and I'll see you, or I'll donate an award for somebody that's doing brilliantly well in S1. I wish you all the best. Thank you for taking part in Step Up with Enterprise. And I wish you lots and lots and lots and lots of success. Go for it.